Most gardeners throw away the one thing that could triple their harvest and cost them nothing, while your neighbors are spending hundreds on fertilizers and soil. Amendments you could be turning kitchen scraps into black gold that grows. Vegetables better than anything you can buy at the garden center. And the difference between using this free resource versus buying commercial fertilizers isn't just about saving money. It's the difference between depleted soil that needs constant inputs and living soil that feeds itself year after year. Here are the 7 things you're throwing away right now that are worth more than gold in your garden. Number 1, coffee grounds. Coffee grounds are pure nitrogen, the exact nutrient your plants crave most, and you're throwing away pounds of it every single week. And while most people know coffee grounds are good for compost, almost nobody understands how to use them properly to avoid burning plants or creating toxic soil. Collect used coffee grounds in a bucket. Mix them 1 part coffee to 3 parts brown material like dried leaves or shredded cardboard. Spread this mixture as mulch around plants or dig it into the top 2 inches of soil. And never use fresh coffee grounds directly on plants because the high nitrogen content will burn tender roots. But here's the secret most gardeners miss. Coffee grounds also lower soil pH, making them perfect for acid-loving plants like tomatoes, blueberries, and roses. And 1 year's worth of coffee grounds from a single household can provide enough nitrogen for a 10 by 10 foot garden, replacing $50 plus of commercial fertilizer. Number 2, eggshells. Eggshells are pure calcium carbonate, the same mineral that costs $15 per bag at garden centers, and you're throwing dozens of them away every month. And calcium isn't just for strong bones. It's essential for preventing blossom end rot in tomatoes and peppers, the black, rotting bottom that ruins your harvest just when fruit should be ripening. Rinse eggshells to remove any egg residue. Dry them completely in the sun or a low oven. Crush them into a fine powder using a mortar and pestle or a coffee grinder dedicated to this purpose. Then sprinkle the powder directly into planting holes when transplanting tomatoes, peppers, and squash. And unlike commercial calcium, which can take weeks to break down, crushed eggshells release calcium slowly over the entire growing season, providing consistent nutrition exactly when plants need it most. And 12 eggshells contain enough calcium to feed 1 tomato plant for an entire season. Number 3, banana peels. Banana peels are loaded with potassium and phosphorus, the exact nutrients that make plants produce more flowers and bigger fruits. And while most people compost banana peels the wrong way, letting them rot slowly in a pile, there's a faster method that makes nutrient available to plants within days instead of months. Chop banana peels into small pieces. Bury them 2 to 3 inches deep around the base of flowering and fruiting plants like roses, tomatoes, and peppers. Cover immediately with soil to prevent pests, and the peels will decompose underground within 2 to 3 weeks, releasing nutrients directly into the root zone. Or make banana peel tea by soaking peels in water for 48 hours, then using the liquid as a fertilizer. And 1 banana peel contains 42 milligrams of potassium, enough to boost flowering in a single plant. And if you eat 1 banana per day, you're throwing away $30 worth of potassium fertilizer every year. These first 3 items, coffee grounds, eggshells, and banana peels, represent the foundation of free fertility because they provide the 3 essential nutrients plants need most: nitrogen, calcium, and potassium, which is why using them instead of buying fertilizers means a difference between spending hundreds per year and spending nothing while growing better vegetables. Number 4, vegetable scraps. the ends, peels, and trimmings you cut off. Vegetables contain the same nutrients as the parts you eat, and burying them directly in the garden creates underground composting that feeds plants faster than any compost pile ever could. Dig a trench 8 inches deep between rows of vegetables. Fill it with kitchen scraps, vegetable peels, fruit cores, wilted, greens, anything plant-based except meat, or dairy. Cover immediately with at least 4 inches of soil to prevent odors and pests, and plant your next crop directly over the buried scraps. And here's what most people don't understand. Decomposing vegetables release nutrients directly into the root zone, instead of at the soil surface where rain washes them away, and they create air pockets as they break down, improving soil structure and drainage at the same time. They're feeding plants, and a family of 4 produces enough vegetable scraps in 1 month to fertilize a 4 by 8 foot garden bed. Number 5, grass clippings. Fresh grass clippings are 4% nitrogen by weight, making them one of the richest free nitrogen sources available. And while most people bag them up and send them to the landfill or pay to have them hauled away, they could be feeding their garden for free. Collect grass clippings from untreated lawns only. Never use clippings from lawns sprayed with herbicides because those chemicals persist and will damage garden plants. Spread fresh clippings 1 to 2 inches thick as mulch around vegetables, or add them to compost piles mixed with brown materials at a 1 to 2 ratio. And here's the critical detail. Never apply grass clippings more than 2 inches thick, because thicker layers will mat together and form an impermeable barrier that prevents water and air from reaching the soil, and they'll start to smell as they ferment. But use correctly. Grass clippings decompose in just 2 to 3 weeks, releasing nitrogen exactly when fast-growing vegetables need it most. And 1 season of grass clippings from a small lawn can provide all the nitrogen a 20 by 20 foot garden needs. Number 6, wood ashes. Wood ashes from a fireplace or wood stove contain potassium, calcium, and trace minerals, and they raise soil pH, making them perfect for acidic soils and vegetables that prefer alkaline conditions. Collect cooled ashes in a metal container with a lid. Store them dry because wet ashes become caustic lye. Apply them sparingly, no more than 5 pounds per 100 square feet per year, because excessive ash can make soil too alkaline. Sprinkle ashes around brassicas like cabbage, broccoli, and kale, which love alkaline soil. Dust them around plants too. Deter slugs and snails who hate crawling over the dry powder, and mix them into compost piles to neutralize acidity. But never use ashes around acid-loving plants like blueberries, potatoes, or tomatoes, because the alkalinity will lock up nutrients and cause deficiencies. And wood ashes contain 3 to 7% potassium, the same nutrient that costs $20 per bag as potash fertilizer. Number 7, cardboard and newspaper. Plain cardboard and newspaper are purer carbon, the brown material that balances nitrogen-rich greens in compost and creates perfect soil structure as it breaks down. And they're also the best weed barrier that exists, better than landscape fabric, cheaper than mulch, and completely free. Lay cardboard or thick layers of newspaper directly on soil between garden rows or over areas you want to convert to garden beds. Overlap sheets by at least 6 inches to prevent weeds from finding gaps. Wet them thoroughly to keep them in place. Then cover with 2 to 3 inches of mulch, compost, or with chips, and the cardboard will suppress weeds completely while slowly decomposing over 6 to 12 months, adding organic matter and feeding soil organisms. And earthworms love living under cardboard because it stays moist and dark. And 1 year of cardboard boxes from a single household can mulch a 10 by 20-foot garden bed, completely free. These 7 items represent the foundation of a free fertility system that will grow vegetables better than any store-bought inputs. And the key insight is that nothing is really waste. Everything, organic, has value if you know how to use it. Coffee grounds for nitrogen, eggshells for calcium, banana peels for potassium, vegetable scraps for complete nutrition, grass clippings for fast nitrogen, wood, ashes for minerals, and cardboard for carbon and weed suppression. The gardeners who succeed are the ones who understand that the best fertilizers don't come from garden centers. They come from kitchen scraps and yard waste that most people throw away. Stop throwing away garden gold. Start building soil that feeds itself. And watch your garden transform from something that needs constant inputs to a self-sustaining system that produces more every year with less work. This is the hidden harvest that's been in front of you all along.